come on back. The devil is mad about this broadcast, but it's going to go forth. It is going to go forth. Hold on 1 second. Hold up. Hey, Kanima, I literally just sent it to you. Listen, the devil is big mad. Was I freezing? I believe it's, can see any comments. I share. I'm going to say that again. And Stephanie, if I freeze, can you just send me a private message letting me know that I'm freezing? Make it count. Make today count. Hold on 1 second. I'm going through a bad area. Am I still freezing? Hold on, y'all. We should be good soon. What about now? Are we still freezing? What about now, y'all? Okay. But, the devil is mad because he wants some of y'all to approach. And even now, Father, I just bind every counterattack, against this word. And I just decree and declare that it shall go forth unhindered in the name of Jesus. Listen, make it count. The devil wants you to approach this day like you're still in yesterday. He wants you to set the tone for your year in such a way that becomes catastrophic to a brand new year. God is saying you got 365 days to receive something different. But it starts with what you do. To the people that know that your job is not, and I'm not sure where it cut off at, but to the people that the job that you had last year is not cutting it. And let's just say you're one of the ones that are believing God for a vehicle. Some of y'all have not applied to different jobs because you think the vehicle comes first. If you would just trust God and apply first and really apply, no matter where the job is located, really apply to a job. Watch what God will do for you. Because it's insanity for you to approach this year the same way as last year. Some of y'all, say, Apostle, I dealt with lack last year. My finances were under attack. Baby, not this year. Some of y'all got businesses in you. And we're going to be real. You fumbled the bag last year because you got so distracted by the storms around you. Right? You let fear get a hold of you. And you didn't really put your all into that business. You continue to put it down. But you want God to bless it. God says, approach this day. If you one of those people that's a business owner and you know that you kept putting it down, let today be a day of you preparing to see success in that area. What do you really believe? What do you really believe? It's just like me, okay? God, last year, my health was under attack. Like odd things, like very strange. My health was under attack. But guess what? Hold on 1 second, y'all. But guess what? What am I doing today? I'm getting up and I'm going to the gym. I started my meal plan today because I'm determined that God, this year will be different. It starts with you. Guess what? If you approach this day, the first day of a brand new year, with fear in your heart, guess what? The rest of this year, that is what you're going to reap. So choose wisely what you sow into this day. Are you sowing seeds of faith or are you sowing doubt? Are you holding on to what happened last year, yesterday? Or are you embracing the fact that God, 222 is my year? It's my year where everything the devil attacked last year, I'm getting double for my trouble. Yeah, God, I may have taken some hits, right? Last year, I may have had some major setbacks. I may still be believing you to rectify some things. But Lord, let me approach this day like I know that you're going to do it for me. Let me approach this day like I know that wealth is my portion. Let me approach this day like I believe that your promises are yes and amen. Let me approach this day as if I believe that you are already in the future. Make it count. It's kind of like people, right? People, will, let's just say they go through a storm in a certain state or a city. And they would rather move to a new city rather than do the inner work. Have y'all ever heard the saying, like, it's gonna be a different place the same you because you haven't changed? And it's the same thing with people in a new year. They happily approach and enter into a brand new year with the same old mentality. And guess what? The new year becomes the same as the last year and the year before then. Make it count. I don't know who this is for, but make it count. This year has blessings with your name on it. This year has promotion with your name on it. This year has favor with your name on it. It has overflow with your name on it. It has a harvest with your name on it. But you're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to change the way that you think, the way that you approach situations, if you want to receive those things. Today sets the tone for this year. Today sets the tone. There are some of y'all that made New Year's resolutions, and I'm not knocking you. You do what works for you. I believe that every day is a day for me to be a better me. I don't do New Year's resolutions, right? And there are some of you guys that made those New Year's resolutions, but then when you woke up in a brand new year, your mindset was still the same as last year. And if you don't flip it today and do what you said you were going to do and work on what you said you were going to work on, this year will be a repeat of last year. Am I making sense? What happened last year doesn't define you unless you let it. What happened last year does not define you unless you let it. The storms that you went through last year doesn't define you unless you let it. Greater is your portion if you'll work for it. Greater is your portion if you'll work for it. Miracles, signs, and wonders are your portion. Somebody say it's my portion. If I work for it, faith without works is dead. It simply means give God something to work with this year. You gave him fear last year and he couldn't work with that. You gave him, you gave him excuses last year and he couldn't work with that. You gave minimum effort and he couldn't work with that last year. But the Lord says, if you would just be willing to give me something to work with this year, give me some faith to work with, give me some consistency to work with, give me some discipline to work with. If you would just give me those things, everything that I have lined up for you would freely find you. It's your portion this year. Sadly, many people gonna hear this word and it's gonna go right out their ear. Many people gonna hear this and it's gonna go right out their ear. They're gonna say, but Apostle, this is what's still. If you don't get out of your own headspace and just believe God, I could have said, well, God, I could have said, but God, my health journey is, I could have sat in defeat today. But last night when I went to bed, I said, nah, I'm approaching tomorrow. I know my coach gave me my diet, and most people would say I'm going to start on Monday. God, I'm starting on tomorrow, the first day of the year, because I believe that no matter what happened within my body in 2021, I believe that you're going to touch it this year. I believe that I'm going to make progress this year. I could have said, but God, my finances were attacked last year, so I can't do X, Y, and Z this year. No, I approached the new year saying, God, every single thing that you tell me to do, I'm doing the things that I laid down in 2021 because I just couldn't carry it. God, I'm picking it back up. Come on, somebody. I woke up with a determined mind to make this year count. I don't want to just make this day count. You shouldn't just want to make this day count. We want to set the tone today for this year. But ultimately, we want our pain to mean something. We want to make it mean something. We want to make we don't want what we went through in 2021, the preparation, the toiling, to be in vain. Yeah, you may say, Apostle, I'm tired. I'm worn out. God is saying, get out of your feelings. The question is, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Some of y'all ended last year in disobedience. Don't make this year a repeat of that. You ended 2001 knowing that there were things that God told you to do in 2021 and you did not get around to doing it. Don't make 222 the year where you operate in disobedience, because you're going to pay for it. Whew. Oh my God. Somebody tell your neighbor, make it count. Somebody tell your neighbor, make it count. Make it count. Somebody just tell your neighbor, ask somebody and say, listen, make it count. I understand what last year is the past. You cannot drive forward into your future looking back at the past. Look at this car. Can I drive looking back? Can I drive looking back? No, I cannot go forward looking back. What happens? If anyone does that, you're going to crash. It's only a matter of time before you crash. It's only a matter of time before you crash. What God is saying is, look forward. Stop focusing on last year. You're not there anymore. And if you're going to see anything, what your eyes have not seen, God is saying, look forward. Forget about forget about the disappointments of last year. Forget about the setbacks of last year. Forget about the attacks of the enemy that happened last year. It's over now. Somebody tell your neighbor, it's over now. I understand it happened, but it's over now. It's over now. It's over now. It's over now. That lack is over now as long as you do your part. Some of y'all on today, you need to, if you know you're one of those ones that needs a job, you literally need to be on them sites applying today. If you know that you done told God, I'm going to get my health in order, you need to be absolutely doing that today. You need to be going throughout your refrigerator, your pantry, throwing away what no longer serves you. And don't make excuses to hold on to things that you no longer need. Some of y'all that have not paid your tithes, use today to pay your tithes, to give honor to the leaders that you need to give honor to. I said what I said. If you know that you got somebody that needs to organize their closet, who are you? Who are you? Somebody literally needs to reorganize their closet. And when God says reorganize, what he's showing me is there are items in your closet. You're believing God for clothes, and you need to literally go through your closet and throw away the old. Who are you? There are several people. Do what you need to do today. I know it's the weekend. I know the devil gonna tempt you to say, oh, you can just wait till Monday to start fresh. Start now. The stuff that I hear this. The stuff that got holes in it, throw it away. Throw it away. You don't need it no more. Throw it away. The shoes hanging on by a thread, throw them away. Start today. Whew. Start today. Start right now. The cycle ended yesterday. The storm ended yesterday. It's a new day. It's a new year. So we've got to approach it with a different mindset. We've got to approach it not just with our words. You listen, you didn't talk all that faith talk. You talked all that faith talk. You talked all that talk in 2021. Yeah, you. You. It sounded good. But now that you know, right, what God needs you to do, today needs to be a day of action. Action. I'm going to say it again. Today needs to be a day of action. Do what you said you were going to do last year. My New Year resolutioners, do what you said you were going to do. Do what you said you were going to do. It starts now. It starts now. It starts now. It starts right now. It starts now. Not Monday, not tomorrow. Right now. Some of y'all need to clean your house. Some of y'all need to wash them dishes. Some of y'all actually need to join that gym. Yeah, you use financial lack as to why you didn't join the gym. You use the C word as to why you didn't join the gym. If you don't go to that gym and join it while they have deals, you ain't got no excuse now. Well, God, what about this? You can't join a gym. I gotta speak what God is telling me. You can't join a gym, but you will eat out almost every day. Okay, make it make sense. Make it make sense to me. You can't get a trainer, but you spend $200-300 eating out at restaurants every single month. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You playing ring around the rosy. This is why God is saying some of y'all were dishonorable. You didn't keep your word in 2021. But now you have a clean slate. And at the root of our actions today and this year have to be rooted in the fact that we trust God. God, I trust you. Yes, God, this is stretching my faith, it's stretching my finances, but God, I trust that I'm already entering into another level. I trust that if this is your vision for my life, that that the finances are already there. It's your bill, God. Every single time God has made me level up, when I got the car, I'm like, God, how am I pay for it? The finances came after I moved. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? God has told some of y'all to sow into ministries. And I'm not even just talking about this ministry. But God has told some of y'all to sow, and you refuse to sow because, well, God, I got I got this going on. I got this going on. Not even realizing that the moment you didn't do what God told you to do, you enter into disobedience. And so there were certain levels that you couldn't tap into before. Don't let this be the year where you operate in dishonor and disobedience. Don't let this be that day. There are some of y'all where God has given you a vision for business, but you never went to get the LLC. You never went. You never created the website. Or if you did create the website, you never really marketed your stuff. You stopped. You started and you stopped. Today, God is giving you a clean slate to start the year in a new way. To start it with consistency, to start it with discipline, to start it with a wholehearted yes to Him. It's on you. It's on you. It's on you to earn that harvest. It's on you to get to break through to the next level. It's on you. It ain't on God. It ain't on the devil. It is on you. It's on you. It's on you. I'm going to say it again. It's on you. It is on you. Nobody else. I say all that to say, make today count. Make it count, y'all. Make it count. Make it count. Make it count. Move throughout today in a way that shows God that you believe that this year is already different. We ain't just talking about it feeling different. Every new year feels different. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's just call a spade a spade. For those of y'all that woke up and said, "Oh, this year feels different." Every new year feels different, baby. Everyone. Ouch. Because some of y'all literally said that today just feels different. It's a new, you woke up all excited. There's not going to be anything to be excited about if you don't get up off your butt and move. Tough love, I know. There's not going to be anything to be excited about if you don't change your habits, your mindset, if you don't up your level of obedience and your level of faith. And here's the thing. I am absolutely not saying that it's going to be easy. Because 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, it's going to stretch your faith. What God requires of us this year. Make today count. Can I just get y'all to tell your neighbor to make today count? Make it count. Do what you need to do. Make it count. Make it count. Make it count. There are 7 people that need to sow $100 seed into this word. Why that number? I don't know. Not everybody will sow 100, but there are some of y'all that you literally need to put 100. You literally need to put $100 in the ground. And some of y'all, you're going to be tempted to approach this the same way that you approached it in 2021. Make it count. If you're one of those 7, just say, "That's me, Apostle." There are at least 7 people, even if you're on the replay, if you know you're one of those 7, make it count. If you're one of the 7, I need you to just say, "That's me." There's one. There's some more on this particular broadcast where you know you need to sow. There are some more of y'all that are on here. Some of y'all are gonna tell God, "Well, God, let me balance my checkbook. Before I sow, let me just kind of balance a little bit to see what I can sow." If you don't just sow what God told you to sow and move on, there are some more people. If you're one of the 7, I need you to just say, "That's me, Apostle. That's me. That's me," because I'm about to pray. As you guys are releasing your seeds, I'm about to pray. Stephanie Palmer, you need to sow. Kanema, you need to sow. Even if you're not sowing $100, Kanema, you need to sow. This is a whole new year. God shouldn't be having to call people out about whether or not you need to sow. Natasha, you need to sow. It may not be 100, but you need to sow. And is there anyone that needs to be sown for? Is there anyone that needs to be sown for? If you need to be sown for, just literally say, "That's me, Apostle. I'm the one that needs to be sown for. If you need to be sown for, just say that's me. That's me. And if we're good, give me a 1 on the screen. And whoever it is that needs to tithe, go tithe. Go tithe. Go tithe. If you know that you have not paid your tithes, go and tithe. Because I'm telling y'all, God is not we're in a whole new year, but a whole new season. God is not going to be repeating the same things over and over and over again. If you know that the Bible requires that we tithe, and I don't care if you tithe to this ministry or not, y'all go pay your tithes. That's why some of y'all cannot be financially prosper, because you don't want to pay your tithes. You make excuses. Well, God, I ain't gonna pay him this month because X, Y, and Z, or I'll just wait, and you never get around to it. That's it. I love y'all. I'm rooting for you. And if you are tithing, because somebody's like, well, I don't know where to tithe, so where you grow. So where you grow. Whatever ministry is feeding you spiritually, that is where you sow. That is where you pay your tithes. So that's it, y'all. I love y'all. I'm rooting for y'all. And so until next time, y'all, peace.